So now we're going to talk about the Per Windfeldt TI, the PWTI. This is one of my favorite cartridges for two reasons. Aesthetics, I really like the design, I like the color match, the printing, but also because I had a really nice personal experience with listening to a Windfeldt TI. The first time I had a chance to listen to a Windfeldt TI was at a trade show in Copenhagen in a small hotel room. It was a very simple setup, but the experience I had sitting there was just so lovely. I could have been sitting there the whole day listening to records. But why did you upgrade the Windfeldt to the Windfeldt TI?
Well, the original Windfeldt was designed back in 2008, 9 years before the Windfeldt TI was introduced, and during that period of time, a lot of things has happened. We have introduced a lot of new technologies, among those especially the SLM technology.
So what did you put into the Windfeldt TI?
Well, we wanted to sort of take the SLM technology and put it into, because all other cartridges at that time in our exclusive series included some element, the housing or frame, made by the SLM technology. So it was obvious that we wanted to do that as well for the Windfeldt TI.
Of course. So that's one of the biggest upgrades, I would assume, the titanium selected laser milling house.
Yes, it's the basic, the central part, which we also changed when we originally made the Windfeldt TI from the Jubilee to the Windfeldt. It was also that part that was changed there.
So which parts did you change? Can we see that?
Yeah, so we have, this is definitely the central part, how it looks now in the Windfeldt TI. And the interesting thing is that this part now includes the place where you would mount the motor with stylus and everything. And at the same time, it will also include the mounting plate towards the head shell. So in this way, you have a direct connection between the motor and the head shell, which gives more stability.
And so the benefit of that would be more stability for listening?
More stability and of course also damping. This is SLM. So inside this structure, we have introduced damping in this metal part. And for stability, we now have 3 contact points at the top. It's difficult to see, I guess, but 1, 2, 3, which we have on all our cartridges, because it's always more easy to have 3 contact points between the top of the cartridge and the head shell. They will always touch all 3 of them.
And why is that so important?
Because you want to have a really good contact. It's about giving the stylus the best possible conditions to really get what's in the groove. So you want stability and damping.
Yeah. So an upgraded house. What else did you upgrade with the Windfeldt TI?
Well, we also introduced non-magnetic armatures and also semi-non-magnetic armatures during that period of time. Especially the semi-non-magnetic armature was used in the MCA 95, so it was obvious also to use that semi-non-magnetic armature in the MC Windfeldt TI. So that we also put into here. And the benefit is, of course, that you will have more headroom, better dynamics.
So what would you experience if you were to compare, if you were to listen to the same record with an MC Windfeldt versus an MC Windfeldt TI?
You would definitely have more resolution by listening to the TI, because it's this non-magnetic armature is doing a lot of good stuff to the sound.
Yeah.
You would also have a little bit more stability, so also the bass would definitely be more solid. So it's a benefit in the whole frequency range. More dynamics, better general reproduction.
So a very worthy upgrade to the Windfeldt.
Yeah, it's still very nice to call it a PW for Per Windfeldt, because it is still a tribute to Per Windfeldt. And what he did for Ortofon was always introducing new technologies. So we did that now on his tribute cartridge, introduce new technologies. So that makes sense.
Of course, yeah. Well, it's definitely been some good upgrades. It's really worthy of Per Windfeldt. And we can also see in the market that this has really been a popular model where you get very high performance for an affordable price point.